Hey everybody, it's Uncle Mike. We are here at Bellingham High School to do our Week 9 Coaches Corner. We appreciate everybody watching us. A couple things. Friday night we play at Meridian. Make sure you get a hamburger at the hamburger stand in Meridian. They're absolutely delicious. 7 o'clock game time. We're going to be on the air probably about 6:50, ready to go. Hopefully we will not have the issues that we had last week in Friday Harbor. And it's freezing cold out here. My cheeks are red, my hands are cold. Brock is like jumping up and down because he's freezing to death. So we're gonna see something we haven't seen in a long time. We'll talk about it with Coach Leonard. I don't think I've ever seen it, but we'll talk about it with Coach Leonard. Also, don't forget, we have a Week 10 game. I'm going to try to get Coach to talk a little bit about the Week 10 game. Don't want to overlook Meridian, but we've got a Week 10 game. It's going to be against the Turks at Civic Field. Last game, 10 in home. It'll be an awesome game, but let's worry about Meridian. Stay tuned for the Coach's Corner. It's coming your way next.
Experience and trust has made Lewis Auto and Residential Glass the Northwest's leading choice since 1929. Whether it's on-the-spot rock chip repair or replacing your windshield, we have been trained and certified to strict national standards to ensure your safety. Our residential division offers the latest in vinyl windows, showers, mirrors, cut, and custom glass. Locally owned and operated since 1929, Lewis Auto and Residential Glass in Bellingham, Linden, and Mount Vernon.
Hi, Natalie.
Welcome
Welcome
to Week 9
to Week 9
of the Coach's Corner
of the Coach's Corner
with my grandpa
with my grandpa
and Coach Leonard.
and Coach Leonard.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Uncle Mike here, and we are doing week number 9 of the Coach's Corner. We never ever thought we would make it this far so quickly, but Coach Leonard has put up with all of my shenanigans and everything else that we've done all season long to make it to week 9. And what a week 8 was, Coach. First, we're going to talk about this. This is the first time I've ever seen Coach Adam Leonard in a sweatshirt. I've known him for probably 10 years or better, and this is literally the first time I've seen him in a sweatshirt. Coach, it's almost wintertime.
It's almost November, Mike. But yeah, you won't see me in a sweatshirt tomorrow night at the game. I'll be in my polo and short sleeves, keeping tradition as I did last year. But my goodness, it's a little bit chilly right now.
It is kind of cold. Had to scrape some ice off my windshield this morning. You know, it is fall, winter's coming. Week 8, Friday Harbor, long boat ride over, long wait for the referees to get their stuff together. Tell me kind of the way we started.
Well, whenever you go over to Friday Harbor, it's a funky way to start. You know, because of the ferry schedules, you're there early, 3 hours plus. You got the long trip over. You got the wait for the ferry for an hour. You got the hour ferry ride. It's always running late. You've got it's just a weird way to get ready for a game.
Right.
You're there early. You're trying to figure out what to do before the game. And then I get a phone call about an hour before, and I figure out that the referees are going to be late, so we're going to be later start. And then all of a sudden we panic. Or we're on the backside, or we're going to be able to make the ferry. We're going to be sleeping in the bus tonight.
Yeah.
All these thoughts go through our head, and then we try to get ready to play a football game. So I think our kind of played with our heads a little bit and got us off our routine, which honestly, if we have to go to the islands again, I hope we play Saturday afternoon where we can hit it right in the middle, so we don't have to worry about all that stuff. But the one thing about that game was, we were down in the first half, down by 5 points. I really had no sense of urgency or panic, just because I know what our team can do. And then, we rattle off 26 points in the second half, and we win by 2 scores.
Yeah. Couple things that I look at that kind of happened. Tyler Frost took a big, huge smack. You could hear it all throughout the stadium. Didn't come back and play in the second half. Talk a little bit about the guys that stepped up. You always talk about the next guy up, but your next guy up came to play.
Yeah. Well, Tyler goes down. He gets hit. Actually, doesn't get a concussion.
Yeah, good.
You know, one of those situations where he does go unconscious, but it's one of those bodies trying to just protect itself by going to sleep for a little bit.
Right.
Tyler was pretty euphoric after that too. He wanted to go in 10 minutes later. Okay, buddy, I can't put you in the game right now. You were unconscious. But guy just stepped up. I mean, Joe Harwood comes in and does a heck of a job at outside linebacker. Gade Van Hofwagen probably had one of his top games of the season. 11.5 tackles.
11.5 tackles, crazy.
I mean, just a monster game for him. Everybody seemed to be stepping up. It was just great in every way. And the younger guys like Joe and Sonny Powell, some of the guys that came up, just you know, these sophomores came to play, and it, you know, not only does it bode well for the game, but it really makes me feel excited about the future.
Right.
And some of those guys getting those things done. But it was an awesome environment. We got it done. The island's a weird place to play. I don't think they mowed their grass for 3 weeks.
It was a little tough. It was a little tough on ankles. And
it was. I don't know if you noticed the moment of the game. Josh Leonard steps back in the pocket, and his left foot just goes into a hole. Right. I mean, you know, it's home field advantage though for them. You know, they're used to playing on I would say, a less than desirable field. Yeah. But you got to make adjustments. Our team made adjustments, and the one thing we did this year is we got 5 in a row with a comeback win.
Dropped a few passes. Josh threw some dimes, landed in the right spots, it looked like, from where I was standing. Just dropped a few passes. That stuff's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and you know, we're getting into November, and it's getting, as you know, it's getting cold. It's different, and we got to step up. And guys stepped up. I mean, we still, as much as we had a few dot passes and some things that didn't go our way, we still threw for over 220 yards and had about 100. I mean, we had over 400 yards again, Mike. Right. You know, so I mean, we have over 100 yards more than Friday Harbor. I thought we were the better team when we got the W. So. And your ground game became very. Tough in the second half. That's a credit to the offensive line. Of course, Holden Bates. Holden Bates is coming off. You know, he's got a broken thumb. He's got it all casted up, but he was hitting the hole hard. He just looked fast. He looked fast on a field that makes everyone look slow. Right. And so it was really exciting for me to see him get 180 yards on the ground. It was just a great day for him too. What was amazing, and because of the bad angles and stuff where I was standing, I think the play of the game to me was Wyatt Steffens coming out and blocking off that end, and the hand blocks that he was given. I mean, easy for a guy that hasn't played the game in forever or ever to hold and grab, and he threw 3 really, really good blocks so Holden could get free down the sideline and score that one time. I mean, everybody wants to talk about Wyatt's speed, his ability to be a big playmaker, take the top off, you know, get him on a screen where he just goes crazy, but he's one of our best blockers too. I mean, I'm watching that play right in front of me between me and the fence, and all I see is Wyatt go out and hinge the edge, and then Bates hits the end, and there's not many people in this state that can keep up with his speed once he gets in that open field, and he was gone. It was kind of the nail in the coffin for Friday Harbor, and my hat off to Friday Harbor. They've got only about a 22-man roster. The kids play both ways, but they play so hard. They are a physical, hard team, and they play and they leave it all on the field. So hats off to them for giving us a great challenge, and I think that gives us, you know, that bodes well for us this week too, because we didn't go out to the Islands and just roll them. We know it was a more challenging game. I mean, at the end of the day, we got a 2-score win, but you had to earn every bit of it. I mean, absolutely. I mean, to be able to battle back and come back from being down, first time all season you've had to do that. According to Whatcom Prep's first time since the 08, 09 seasons that Bellingham has had to battle back and come back from a deficit to win. Huge credit to your entire team. Oh, absolutely. We've shown that we can win, you know, games by blowing people out. We've done that for 4 weeks, and then what we did is we showed that we can be behind going into the second half, kind of what the opposite of what we did the first 3 games, and battle back and just have and keep our poise and our composure and do what we need to do, which is put points on the board, shut them down defensively, and we did that to get a really solid win over a team who's playing tonight and should secure their playoff berth and do some damage in the 2B ranks. Yeah, they're going to be tough, and everybody kind of talks about 2B, 1A, 2A, whatever. That really doesn't have a whole lot of water to hold, because it's really the guys that are on the field. I mean, that kid that's the quarterback for Friday Harbor, I mean, that kid can play. Oh, he can play. Offense, defense, it didn't matter. He was all over the field. I mean, crazy. He was, and I forget his last name, but his first name is Wiley. I remember him from youth ball, and he was actually the WIA Player of the Week last week. Right. And he made, and that's just picked from the WIA from teams across the state. And, he's a heck of an athlete. plays both ways. Just a great player, and he was tough to contain. Obviously, they're a big running back.
McCutcheon's his last name, because I called it so many times.
Yes, Wiley McCutcheon. That's exactly right. But Chris Gunderson, I think, yeah, he's a friend of your son's, and
yeah, they really like each other.
They've known each other a long time. They're both competitors, and he's a competitor. He's probably the biggest kid on their team, and he's the running back.
Yeah,
he's a tough kid to bring down. But they played their butts off, and I think. Brock over there, their head coach, has done a great job preparing them. They have a really tough game tonight against Coopville, but I think Friday Harbor probably gets it done and makes a run of the playoffs. And the whole classification, 1A, 2B, 3A. The toughest team we played last year was probably a 2B state champion in Napavine.
Yep.
They were the most complete team we played, and we played a few 3As last year.
Right.
So sometimes you got to throw classification out because it's just it's the quality of your opponent, and you just try to prepare and get after them each week, and don't worry about where they're coming from. Don't overlook that either. You don't want to overlook a 2B because they can come out and beat a 3A. You never know.
That's right. No, that's right. And been there, done that, right? I mean, that kind of stuff is the stuff that, as a coach, myself, you overlook that and you get bit. All right, so we're going to go down the street. We're going to play Meridian. Meridian's always tough. The Ames family has coached that group out there for a million years almost.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night's going to be another battle. It's going to be another Whatcom County team. The record doesn't show, but they're a good team.
Good team.
They're a very good team. They play in a tough conference. I know they're 0-4 in their conference, but I mean, they might be one of our toughest challenges this year up to date, and I think they're going to come out. The one thing about Meridian is it doesn't matter what the record is. They think they're going to beat you.
That's right.
They could be playing the Seahawks this weekend. They're going to beat them. And I'm sure they have a lot of confidence going against us this weekend, but, so do we. Right. I think we're prepared. We know what they do. Our coaching staff has done a heck of a job at getting us ready for their offense. It's going to be a good atmosphere over at Meridian. It's going to be clear skies and cold, and we'll see how we do. But I think it's going to be a fun challenge, and I think the boys are definitely up to it.
Real grass again.
Yep.
Yeah. We struggled a little bit. Slow start on the real grass. Kind of got our feet under us out there at Friday Harbor. I think we'll be okay.
I think we're going to be fine. I think that, that was really thick grass out at Friday Harbor. I couldn't see my shoes when I was standing up.
I dropped a pin. I lost it in the grass. You're not going to find it. It was bad.
I think they did that whole move where they mowed. They didn't mow, but they rolled the mower over
top
to make some
lines.
Make
it look like it.
Yep. It'll be a different field, and it was good to have a game where we were playing on grass to get us ready for this one. Obviously, we're going to go back home for our last game in Week 10, but I think we're ready for it, and I think we know what they do. They know what we do. We're just going to time to go settle it on the field tomorrow night.
Good. Let's talk about injuries. The Frost train, is he going to be tooting the horn and doing his thing?
Frost is back. He's cleared to go. He's healthy. He didn't suffer a concussion. He's been taking it easy at practice this week. But he's gone through all our medical clearance. He's good to go.
Good. And people need to know that the Bayhawks has got probably the best trainer in all of the state of Washington. I mean, as a high school trainer, Miss Owen does just an absolute great job.
She's fantastic, and always puts the health and safety of our student athletes first. And I mean, she wants to do everything she can to get them back on the field and playing, but she's always erring on the side of caution in terms of when to get players back. But she's the best. She's fantastic, and we're really lucky to have her here at Bellingham.
We are. Anybody else? Is the wagon running? Everybody's good? I mean, what do you got?
Well, the wagon is running. We got Kaiser Barker back this week.
Yeah,
that's big to have him back. We have a couple of guys working on getting some academic clearance to hopefully have back tomorrow. I'll have more information about that in the morning.
Good.
But as of we're healthy as we've been, so it's really great. And Holden Bates has to get checked every week. He is playing with a broken thumb, but if that broken thumb does not move, he can play the next week as long as it's wrapped. So he's good to go tomorrow too. Yeah, so we're excited about that.
Good. Well, that's good to be at full strength. How's your dad? I haven't seen your dad for a while.
My dad was supposed to fly in tonight. We're taping this on Thursday, and he wasn't feeling too well, so he's going to eat his ticket and try to get out mid next week to catch the last C-team game, and then, of course, our last home game at Civic.
Well, very good. We miss you, all right? So come and see us, will you? Coach, any other tidbits? You're good. We've made it through 9 weeks of the Coach's Corner. It's been a lot of fun, and we've got a game, Week 10, that's going to be held at Civic, a home game. Yep. Want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I don't want to look past Meridian tomorrow night, but we do have a Week 10 game scheduled. It's against the Sultan Turks The Turks missed their playoffs, so they're going to play a Week 10 game with us. So it's another revenge game. They did us last year down in Sultan, and we get them at home. We get to get back on the old turf field, and really excited about that. Kind of close up the year, and hope to keep this winning streak going. But we want to take it one game at a time.
One game at a time, baby. Going for number 6 tomorrow night.
6 in a row tomorrow. Hopefully it happens, and I feel really good about it. And I feel like we've had a great preparation week too.
Yeah, you've done a great job, Coach. Sure appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Thank you, man.
We'll be right back after this message.
Every day after work, all I want to do is go mountain biking.
Jacob, go home early.
You see, my boss agreed to let me leave work early.
Jacob!
So I can beat traffic and park before the lot is full.
Yeah, I didn't agree to that.
You see, 26 miles to the trails and back adds up. Thankfully, my boss agreed to that raise.
You can kiss that raise goodbye.
So I bought this Jeep 4xe. It's a plug-in hybrid with a 25-mile all-electric range. So when I head to the trails, I only drive 1 mile using the gas engine. And it might sound crazy.
That's crazy.
But theoretically, I can go biking for over a year on 1 tank of gas. When I need more range, the 19-gallon tank provides plenty. 1 tank will get me to Canada and back for my upcoming bike race. It's a 7-day race.
Well, that's not happening.
I'd like to thank our sponsors we've had all year long, the program sponsors that are inside the program. Tomorrow night, I'm going to kind of list some of those people that have helped us, but especially Lewis Auto Glass in Mount Vernon, Linden, and downtown Bellingham. Everybody from Lewis Auto Glass has been so great to us. We sure appreciate their help. They took a chance with us, and we really appreciate they're a part of our broadcast and being a part of Bayhawk football. And Reardon's Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram of Marysville, Bellingham. Great guys down there. Please, if you're going to go buy a vehicle, go see those guys and tell them that Uncle Mike sent you. It's going to get you a 10% increase on whatever you buy. So it should be a great deal. Just kidding. Thanks so much, everybody. We've really appreciated everybody being a part of it. We will talk to you soon. Goodbye now. See ya in Meridian.